Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel, or hi, hello if you are new here. First of all, I just want to start this video straight away by saying that I am not feeling mentally or physically very well today. So if I seem a bit off in the video, that's why. I probably will seem off because I thought I'm just going to film this quite raw and honest. Maybe someone else might feel the same, and it might just help them to know that they are not the only person that feels like this. So this will be a pack with me video, and I will be revealing where I am surprising my mum for her 60th birthday. I have a whole itinerary that I've made, so I'm going to go through that with you as well. Hopefully cheer myself up and also let you guys know what we're going to be doing and also what I'm going to be packing, because I am only taking hand luggage for 10 days. So I love packing light and not overpacking, so I feel like that might be helpful as well if any of you guys do overpack. I feel like most people are overpackers rather than underpackers. I prefer to get it exactly right and use everything in my suitcase rather than bringing things that I'm not going to use or not bringing enough. So I'm going to go through all of that. First of all, we're going to ignore the renovations that are going on literally just there, so I'm really sorry about the drilling in this video, but I can't help it because the room that I'm going to be packing it in is literally right near where the work's going on underneath me, so you will be able to hear drilling. I mean, it does stop, so it probably won't go on the whole video. Normally I cope very well with this, doesn't bother me at all, but today it's definitely getting to me because I'm just not feeling very well. I started to feel unwell about 5 days ago, and I feel like it's just a normal cold, and actually I've gone through the worst of it. Yesterday and the day before were the worst days, where I was like feeling really in a lot of pain with my throat and I was going to bed a lot, so definitely am now kind of on the way out of it. I've got all day today and then tomorrow to get better, so I should be fine to go away, but I'm probably going to feel a bit crap because, you know, after you've had a really bad cold flu sort of thing, you feel a little bit, I suppose, hungover from it. So it's really annoying that I've got ill literally right before we fly, because we are not going anywhere close. We are off to the States, flying to America. This is making me smile, so this is a good sign. Flying to America, surprising my mum with a trip to Nashville, Tennessee. So we're going to have 3 days in Nashville. So after we've explored Nashville for 3 days, we're then going to be heading to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, which is where Dollywood is, because it has always been our dream to go to Dollywood theme park. So mum doesn't know any of this, and we are going to be going, and I am really, really happy, because the other day I met up with her just for like lunch and whatever, and I was trying to get out of her what she thought we were doing, and she was going through some ideas, but she didn't really want to say because she was worried about like upsetting me if it wasn't what I'd planned or something like that. And then I asked her, I said, regardless of what I've booked, mum, what is your absolute dream? If you could choose anywhere in the whole world, you could go away for 10 days, where would you go? And first of all, she said Canada, and I was like, yeah, me too, I'd love to go to Canada. And then her second choice was Dollywood. So I was like, oh my God, I've literally got it spot on. And she also said that it would be her dream to have a cabin in the woods and see bears. And that is honestly what I've booked. I've booked one of those A-frame cabins in the middle of the woods. And yeah, in the Smoky Mountains, there's black bears everywhere. A little bit scared about that, I'm not gonna lie.
It's trying the door handle, Mum. Oh my God.
When I planned this trip, well, I decided on where we were going 2 years ago. So this has been 2 years in the making, this trip. And 2 years ago, I'm actually just going to be really honest. This makes me cry because I don't know why I've changed so much. But 2 years ago, I felt like a completely different person to how I feel like now. And the thing is, what I'm learning is we're different to who we are all the time. I'm a different person to who I was last week to this week. So I don't need to keep focusing in on how different I felt then. But yeah, I do feel like I was quite different, and I wasn't anxious or nervous about doing things. But now, things that I would have just thrown myself into feel, can hear the builders singing, feel like just big hurdles for me, and I definitely catastrophize it all as well. So I do make it worse because I know that I can do things, and most of the time I can just tell myself, you can do it, you've done it before, you can do it again. But sometimes the overwhelming feelings just literally take over, and then I do start having panic attacks, which literally before I started filming this, about half an hour ago, I did have a panic attack, which has really upset me because I've been doing so well and I haven't been having regular panic attacks anymore. So the fact that I've had one today has really scared me because I do not want to get them. Because I don't want to go through what I went through before. And guys, I know I'm crying on camera, and I know that I'm putting this out on the internet, and I'm not doing it for sympathy or anything. Actually, for me, when I just let it out and talk about it and go through the feelings and talk about what I'm going to be doing and all of that and let the tears come, it actually really helps me. It actually kind of feels like the tears are releasing that energy that I'm holding within me. So even though I'm crying, it's fine. Like, I'm literally fine. I actually feel really good after a good cry. So yeah, it's just certain things choke me up. So when we went to America last year, fluff, dog hairs. We went to America last year, that is when I had an unexpected panic attack on our holiday. It was actually on my birthday last year, and I haven't really had that before. Like I said, I wasn't really an anxious person. Now I think back to it, I am an anxious person, but I'm an anxious person that just does things, almost thrive on that anxiety and stress. And I think years of being that person, eventually my bucket overflowed, and actually it's not enjoyable being stressed. It's not enjoyable rushing around. It's not enjoyable having a freaking timetable that's like half an hour by half an hour. So anyway, that trip to America, yeah, I didn't know what it was at the time. I literally thought I was going to die. And we're in the middle of nowhere in the car, driving on miles of roads. And yeah, I basically just spent 4 hours and it sounds really dramatic, but literally waiting to die or thinking that I was about to die. And I didn't really understand why I was going to die. I just knew that I was going to. So yeah, it was really, really quite horrible. Anyway, went through that, came home, and since then I've been having a lot of therapy, because what happened is, because that happens once, which I think this happens with a lot of people, because it happened once, what can happen then, you can develop panic disorder, which I don't think I've developed panic disorder, because I have actually really managed to stay on top of my mental health, and I've really prioritized it over everything. I've literally gone, nope, that did not feel good, and I never want to feel like that again. So we're going to work on whatever's created that issue. So I've worked really hard. So I don't think I've got panic disorder, but what I do believe, and I think it definitely is it, because I can't even speak about it without getting upset and feeling this instant dread, is I think that panic attack that I had in America has given me like PTSD over it. So the moment I think about it, and I also think when I think about America, I've linked it all together to this like disastrous event. But I've been going through this with my therapist, and it's all been okay. But today, I mean, I suppose I say it's all been okay. I can feel the dread building inside me, but I have all these tools now, and my panic attacks don't get anywhere near like I think I'm going to die. You know, I'm able to really kind of talk myself through it. I don't fight it. I kind of just talk myself through it, and I know it's going to end. But now I think what's happened today is, and I was just going to film a normal pack with me video, by the way. That was my whole plan today. Literally just, I've got everything organised behind me and just do a nice pack with me. But I just know that on camera, I'm literally not going to seem right. And when I edit this back, I'm going to think, people are going to be like, why is she so miserable? She's going on holiday. And it's not that. It's not that at all. That's why I just thought I'm just going to film and just be honest with how I'm feeling. So yeah, I have all of the tools that really help me. But what's happened is I've obviously been unwell for the last 5 days, which has really thrown me, because I already had all this anxiety building up about this big trip that I was doing. And also I'm not going with Ollie, and Ollie's been just so supportive of me throughout all of this horrible, that makes me cry. And do you know, oh, something's gone in my eye. And do you know why that makes me cry when I talk about Ollie? It's because he's literally just been so unbelievably supportive and understanding of what I've been through. Especially, it must be so hard for somebody who hasn't experienced it to understand it. Because when you talk about it, it sounds so dramatic. Like, I think I'm gonna die. When people from the outside looking at you going, well, you're clearly not going to die, you're breathing, you look healthy, you're walking, you're talking. But he's never questioned the fear that I've had. He's been like, right, we're going to get through this. And he's just been so supportive. And what makes me cry about that is that I just feel so lucky that I have somebody like that in my life. And obviously I've always loved my husband, but like, this has just made me realise just how much I love him and why I love him. And just, yeah, that sounds really soppy, doesn't it? And we are not a soppy couple at all. We're just like not like that. We don't really do public displays of affection or anything. So he's probably going to watch this and be like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. But no, I just feel really thankful for that. And it upsets me because I just think about people who must go through this and maybe even go through it alone. And wow, if you do, then I'm really sorry for you. I know you don't want people to feel sorry for you, but I mean, I just know how hard it really must be. And if you haven't got any therapy or help or anything, I definitely recommend doing that, because you definitely can. It comes from you wanting to help yourself, really, and those around you, a good support system. But ultimately you're never going to get better unless you help yourself. So I suppose you can do it alone, but just sometimes when you've got someone, like earlier I was in the middle of my panic attack and I phoned him and he just stops everything he's doing, not irritated at all, goes through everything with me. And yeah, it's just amazing how much better it makes me feel, even though he's probably listening thinking it all sounds so silly, you know, because I was talking about, when I'm thinking about now what I was talking to him about, I was discussing that I needed to pack. And I was saying, I was trying to decide what wires I need to take for like chargers, charging toothbrush, charging, I don't know, just charging stuff. And then, yeah, I said to him, I can't even think. It's like the wires, I'm looking at the wires and they just don't make sense. And I can't think what goes where and what I need to pack. And it was like my brain was all these wires and it was just so overwhelming. And it sounds so silly because we're literally talking about charging cables and extension leads and just, but for some reason they just went like that and all muddled together. And then I just felt really sick. And yeah, it's absolutely bizarre. But yeah, I was explaining all that to him and he's like, it's okay, well, you're going to need this charger need for this and that for that. So yeah, that was good. I'm going to be editing this video as well when I'm flying, which is a whole other thing. I'm a very nervous flyer, but I've always done it and not got upset over it. I've just been a bit scared, but I've not been in a state over it. But I just feel like I'm in a bit of a state over it now. But it's not that thing alone. It's because I haven't felt well. I've been having this panic, I've been having all this therapy, and now I'm going back to America, which is like the place where it happened before. So it's all of that together, and all I keep telling myself is that I'm just so afraid of the flight. And it's not just that. I mean, I am, but it seems a lot worse because of that. And obviously you get scared about having a panic attack on a flight and stuff. So all of these thoughts are rushing through my mind, but I am going to be editing this video on the plane. which I think will be good for me, because I'll be able to watch back all of my feelings and how I was feeling and realise that I'm literally sat there on the plane, hopefully relaxing, hopefully watching a movie and, you know, looking out of the window. I hope I've got a window seat, and just knowing that I've got this amazing trip ahead of me. So yeah, to future me, you're okay, you're fine, you did it, you're on the plane and you are doing so well. So yeah, it's a multitude of things today, and it's really upsetting that it's all come to a head. But do you know what? It was bound to, because I've been building up in my own head for the last month. So I've done it to myself, which is the most annoying thing. Also, we've got builders here, and normally, like I say, it doesn't bother me at all, the noise. I just really enjoy the fact that we've got progress. But this morning I almost felt penned in. I felt like there's all these guys, because there's some extra guys here as well today, and there's all these cars on the drive and people working on the house, and I just felt really penned in. And all the noise was kind of getting to me. I was in here trying to sort my stuff out and everything was like getting to me, and then Belle, my dog, was getting riled up because there's people outside, so she kept barking, and it was just very stressful. I don't know if I felt stressed. It made me feel sick. That was the thing, and I felt sick. Feeling sick is one of my triggers for panic. So as soon as I feel a bit sick, it does turn into a little bit of a panic attack. It doesn't always, because I've managed to really manage it. But that is one of the main things. And actually, about 20 minutes ago, I took a travel sickness pill, even though I'm not going anywhere today, but they do help settle sickness. Obviously, it's a travel sickness pill, so it can sort of just balance you, stop dizziness. And actually, my sickness is really dulled down, and also just talking all of this through really helps. So I don't want to sit here and just seem like this the whole time, but I thought maybe I'll just call this video Pack With Me, and I'll also call it Travel Anxiety Raw. But I will put a trigger warning at the beginning, because obviously I don't want to trigger anybody into feeling crap about travelling, but surely I'm not the only one that gets like this. I think it just really upsets me the most, because this has just never been my character or personality, and I just feel like someone's taken the old me and just been like, okay, we're done with you, and now this is a new person who just worries about everything and starts panicking and scared. But actually, when I know deep down that person before did feel like that, but I just could hide it so well. Anyway, let me shut up now about how I'm feeling, and let's show you what I'm packing, because I know a few of you guys are interested. Oh, I've got a dead foot now, I've been leaning on it. I know a few of you are interested in how I pack just hand luggage. And the reason I love to just take hand luggage is because I hate waiting for the luggage. When I get off the plane, I want to get out of the airport and I want to get on. I don't want to wait for my bag. So when you have hand luggage, obviously you've got everything with you. And also I've had my bag lost once before. So if I just have everything with me, I know it's never going to get lost. And I just enjoy travelling light. Although it doesn't really look like it's light. So because I'm travelling internationally, I'm able to take this travel bag here, and that is a wheelie cabin bag. And then I can also take an under the seat bag, and this one I can squash up under the seat. So that's going to have all of my bits and bobs, my book and other bits that can't fit. I'm probably going to put a pair of boots in there as well. And then, yeah, fit all of this into that suitcase. So let me show you what I'm taking with me. So here I have all of my trousers. So I've got some wide leg trousers here. Then I've just got some straight leg trousers. Oh, I've got a little pair of shorts there. They're kind of like suede sort of shorts. Then I've got a pair of leggings there in case we do anything sort of sporty, which we are going to be doing a zip line. I'll go through our itinerary in a minute. And then I have this pair of wide leg trousers here. So I have got a few pairs of wide leg trousers. I really enjoy wearing trousers these days. Trousers and a nice top. Weather's going to be about 25. I think it might get a bit hotter. So I thought trousers were good. Especially these palazzo ones, because they're just very loose and flowy. And then here I've got dresses. So I've got a flowy long maxi dress there. Obviously in my vlogs of the holiday you'll see me wearing these clothes. I've just got a really pretty glittery dress there which I'm going to wear for an evening out. Another one there which I thought this was so cool, like proper Nashville vibes. That's a very, I think it's kind of a bit of a 70s style dress. And then this dress here is just a ribbed midi dress, really comfortable, so I'm gonna wear that when we do the road trip. Then I've got these sandals here which are the best sandals in the world. They do look a little bit used, they are very used. They are so comfortable. They're also water shoes, so you can wear them in the sea and stuff. Not that we're going to sea, but they're a cool pair of sandals, so comfortable. I'm just going to take one bikini and cover up, that's it. Pajamas there, and underwear and bras are all of that section. And then here I've just got a selection of crop tops, so I've got day ones and evening ones as like an evening top. But yeah, literally just I think 3 crop tops and 2 evening tops, I think, or maybe 3. And then here I have a cropped blazer and then a cardigan underneath, just a black cardigan, which will go with every single outfit just to keep me warm if I need it. And these are my 2 hair tools that I'm taking. This one I got off Amazon. It gives you a bit of a, probably should clean it before I go. It gives you a bit of a bouncy blow dry look, but it is a heated round brush. But the reason I really like this one is because it's dual voltage, so I can use that brush in America. Can't take my Dyson Air up. If I could, that's all I'd be taking, but I can't. So I'm taking this one, and then I'm also taking my GHD curling wand. I think this is the Creative Curl. Again, I can use these in America, which is great. So that's just all the hair tools I'm taking. And then in here, we have makeup and skincare. Now, we are flying from Heathrow, which is a bit of a bugger because you still have to separate all of your stuff into plastic bags at the airport, whereas Gatwick, now you don't have to do that. So when I get there, I will have to grab some stuff out of here and then separate it into bags. But this is what I'm taking with me. So I've got my Wild deodorant. I've just put a new refill in there. Then I have this little sun stick here. I've got my all important lash serums that I use for my lashes, so I've got to take those. This should all fit into one bag. I've got mini perfumes, so I love collecting these mini perfumes. They're so good for travel. So I've got Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One. Then I've got this one, L'Interdit, is that how you say it? Absolute. That one's really nice. And then I've also got, where's the other one gone? Did I have another? Oh, there it is. I have this Lancome one as well. Also, I will be doing my nails. Oh, that's another thing I'll be taking with me. I'm just going to do regular nail polish. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to do them later, and I'm just going to take that with me, and then I can top it up whenever I want. I've just got my face halo here for removing makeup. And then I have my face sunscreen. I've got contour wand here. Then this is a really sensible thing. So this is my shampoo, and it is a little shampoo bar. There, that's what it looks like. So you just foam this up and then you can wash your hair with it. And it's from the brand, I got it on TikTok shop actually. It's from the brand Fizzy Fuzzy shampoo bar in Rose Geranium, which is for colour treated hair. And as far as I'm aware, this won't count as a liquid because it's solid, isn't it? So that means I can take a shampoo and it doesn't even take up any of my liquid allowance. Same with my body wash bar. I've done the same thing with this Groom Orange and Grapefruit body wash bar, so I'm taking that. We've got some eyeliners there. And this is my body cream that I'm taking. It's the Fenty Skin Original Scent Butter Drop, but this is the shimmering whipped oil body cream. Gives you such a gorgeous glow. Then I've just got a makeup sponge. Oh, I have washed all of my makeup brushes, which are drying in the other room. I'll also be putting these in here as well. Then I do have this body scrub paste because I have put some fake tan on, and after about 3 or 4 days it started to go a bit patchy, so I do need a scrub to kind of wear it off a little bit. Eye cream. You can tell all my favourites are of this video as well. Actually, apart from that, I'm just taking that because it's more, I'll show you in a minute. I love this cleanser. I just got the mini one. It's the Fenty Skin Total Cleanser. So good. And then I've just got this to pop on my hair when I wash it. It's just a mini little travel size one. It's really nice, this cream. You can also use it on dry hair as well. So if I've got a few flyaways, I can use it after I wash my hair also. Favourite mascara ever, and I just picked up a little mini one of them. It's the High Key Beauty Bay mascara. In here I have a tanning facial mist, but I can also use this on my body if there's any areas that need a top up. Then here I have my D'Alba First Serum Spray, and I've just popped it in here. This is what I use on my skin morning and night, and sometimes I do put it over the top of makeup as well for an extra glow. And same with this. This is the actually I want to talk about this because it's so good. This is the product that it is, and I've just decanted it into that little bottle there, but it is the Me Supercharged Setting Mist, and this stuff is so good. I absolutely love it. It's not matte, it's not shiny, it's somewhere in between. Sets your makeup amazingly. It smells very subtly floral, and you can reapply it throughout the day just to kind of boost your makeup a little bit, or when it's a hot day, a little spritz over, and it just is so good. And I just find that it makes my skin, it almost looks like, you know, you put makeup on, it looks a bit makeup-y. This just makes it look like your skin again, and yeah, I really highly recommend it. So yeah, I've just popped that into this little bottle here to make sure I've got some of that with me. These little bottles I got from Temu, I think. Then I picked up a new foundation, and I keep seeing, I mean, this is an old staple for people, isn't it? But I'd never used it. And then I randomly got a sample of it and fell in love. It's just the best foundation I've ever used. And then I realised that they did these little mini versions of it. So I don't know how much mil we've got in here. I'm not sure. It's quite a small bottle, perfect for travelling. I got it in shade 4.5, which will suit me when I've got a bit of a tan. It wouldn't work normally, but because I'm going to be tan for this trip, this is the colour that I'm going to take with me. Then I've got this little sample product from Medic 8. It's the Retinol Night Cream. So I thought I would just use that up while we're away. And this was another sample product that I had, and I thought I'd just take this because it's small and try it out for my day cream. I normally just use the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, but my pot of that is just huge and I haven't got any small pots. Well, I do, but I don't know where I've put them. Anyway, I had this and I thought, let's just take this on holiday with me and try something new. Then I've just got my Laura Mercier powder. Then I've got this concealer, which is not my absolute favourite, but I'm struggling with concealers at the minute because my under eyes are getting a bit more dry and wrinkly, so I can't use the concealers that I used to use because it looks too heavy. This one's nice and light and hydrating, so I'm going to take this one with me, and the colour is a little bit darker, so it will work well with the fake tan. And then I've just got this cream blush from Fenty. It's in the shade Cool Berry. I love this as my blush, but also I use it as lipstick as well, so that means I don't have to take as many lipsticks. And I've got my Dior face palette, which my favourite product in the world, would never go anywhere without this. So that is basically it, which is not, when you look at the liquids and stuff, it's not that many liquids. I should be able to get them all in one of those little clear bags, hopefully. Fingers crossed I can. Or maybe my mum will have a bit of spare space and I can fit one in hers as well. So I'm also just taking this handbag here, which is going to be my evening handbag, just one evening handbag. This just goes with absolutely everything. The strap is inside the bag and it's nice size, and I can just pack this. I'll probably put that in there, or I'll put it inside that bag and just take it, put it under the seat with me. Here I have my travel plug adapter, and I've got some leads in there, the ones I've managed to sort out, still figuring the other ones through. I will also be packing an extension lead in here, or I might even put that in there as well, because always take an extension lead with me whenever I go away somewhere abroad, because then I have a lot more plug sockets next to me. This is just a little pile of clothes that I would like to take, but if there's no room then I won't take them. If there's room I'll take them. They're reserve clothes. Then in here I just have some wired headphones and lots of tablets for every eventuality. My lipstick, I'm probably just going to take one lipstick with me and one lip liner, and then I've also got that blush that I wear as a lipstick, so then I'm not overpacking. I'm just being very picky, just taking my favourites. I'm also going to be taking these headphones with me because these are noise cancelling, so I can wear those on the plane. Then I've got my little travel wallet here, which has my passport in it, my credit card, and then I'm also going to print off some documents and stuff like that, tickets and things, and put them into here as well. And I will also keep that in that bag there, also going in there because I don't think I'll get my cowboy boots in here. So these are the chosen cowboy boots that I will be taking with me. Just going to give them a little clean up as well. But yeah, I'm going to just take one pair because obviously I don't have much space, and where we are going to Nashville, I have to take cowboy boots with me, and these are my favourites, and they are the most comfortable as well, which does make them one of my favourites. I can't remember the exact style name of them, but anyway, they're from the brand Ariat, but I got them from Mel Bell, which is an amazing website. If you love Western clothing and boots and hats and everything, Mel Bell is where I got these from, and I do have a discount code, so I'll leave her website link down below in case you're interested in a pair of cowboy boots or anything cowboy vibes, because the website has everything. But yeah, I'm going to be packing these, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in my under the seat bag. Forgot also I'm going to be taking a face mask to put on the plane. The flight is about 9 hours, so yeah, not really looking forward to that, so I will wear a face mask for some of it, and that should hopefully make me feel a little bit better. So that will go in that bag as well, so I can easily get hold of it. Then I've got my little mini brush. I have the full size one, this that I normally use every day, but I'm just going to take the mini one with me for this trip. Save space. And then over here I have sorted out what I'm wearing for the flight, so I'm just going to wear a black crop with no bra because I want to be comfortable. Then I have this jumper here. This is my Gatlinburg jumper, which is one of my favourite jumpers already. I've had it for a couple of years, I think, but the fact that we're actually going there is so cool. Look, there's even a bear on it. Great Smoky Mountains. And it's going to be so funny because I'm actually going to be wearing this when I surprise my mum. So the whole day she won't know where we're going, and I'll actually be wearing a top saying exactly where we're going. And then I'll be able to tell her, and she'll be like, oh my God, you've literally had the massive hint. You've been wearing a hint the whole time. But yeah, that's where we are heading. I'm really excited now looking at that top. And then I'm wearing these pink wide leg joggers because I just wear these all the time at home, and they're so comfortable, and they are just loose, and they're cotton, and they don't make you too hot, don't make you too cold. And I just thought that with the jumper, comfortable airport outfit, flying outfit, I'm not bothered what I look like. And then I'm going to wear these little canvasy trainers. So this is the nail polish that I'm going to be taking, and it's so good because I literally only have to take this. Ignore them, it does not chip. I've had this on for ages and I've been biting my nails. That's why it looks bad, but it's actually a really good product. It does not look like that when you do it, obviously, and it doesn't chip easily. It is just an all-in-one product, so it smooths out any ridges that you have in your nails. It's really high shine. It's just this lovely, beautiful, neutral brown colour, and I just really enjoy it. I like the colour of it, and it just makes my nails grow so much. Like, I've never ever had nails that come over the top of my fingers before, but since I've been using manicurist products, my nails have never been better. So I will be doing these tonight, and they'll look lovely and fresh, and they'll probably last me a good week actually without any touch-ups. We're going for 10 days, so I thought I'd just bring it along with me, and then any touch-ups I can just go over the top of it. That's another thing I love about it. It just layers so nicely, so if anything does chip, I just pop another layer on, and yeah, they look good as new. So I will pack this all in a minute, but shall we sit down and go through my itinerary for this trip? It's so unlucky, isn't it, to get ill before I go away. But positive note, which I did think, this must mean my immune system will be so good, and then once I've just overcome this, I'm going to feel my best on holiday. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not going to be ill on holiday, which is really nice, because that's probably even worse to get ill on holiday. It's probably better to be ill before than on. I mean, not at all would be ideal, but anyway, I feel like it just happens to everybody. It's probably because you get all worked up and you they're very happy builders, which I'm very grateful for. They enjoy the work. But yeah, I feel like when you're going away, especially on a big trip, and there's a lot to think about, and obviously I've made a whole plan here, you probably do get stressed out, and then of course you're more likely to get unwell if you're a bit stressed, a bit run down. Then if you are going to pick anything up, you probably will pick it up. So I can see, because this last week I have felt not great, kind of mentally, so I do think it's all just built up as one, and then I've become unwell physically as well, which it is annoying, because I really wanted to get all of this done over the weekend and then just try and chill out today before I go, and, you know, meditate and just prepare myself. But anyway, we're keeping busy, and that probably is the best thing to do. So let me go over the itinerary. I am going to be vlogging when I tell my mum, so I'm thinking that when we get to the airport, she doesn't know at all. She knows we're going to the airport, but she doesn't know at all where we're going. So I thought when we get there, we'll just go in the entrance. We'll go and find a seat somewhere, and I'll set up the camera and then sit down with her and tell her where we're going so I can capture her reaction on camera. So that will be in the next vlog coming up. But I thought I'd just tell you guys where we're going anyway. So this video is a little bit more interesting than me just packing. I can actually share with you our whole itinerary for the trip, and I will be uploading this either when we're on the trip or when we're back from the trip. So it's fine, it doesn't matter if she watches this. This is why I haven't been able to tell you before, because she watches my videos. But yeah, this is a little travel itinerary thing that I made. I just made it on Canva, and then I just printed it off, and I just put some pictures on, and it was a template, so it's really easy. I just filled in my own information on it and changed the pictures to fit actually where we're going. So day one, our flight lands in Nashville at 7:10 in the evening. So then we'll be able to just leave the airport straight away. And I think the hotel is only like 10-15 minutes drive away, or not drive, we're going to get a taxi. And then we're checking into the Drift Hotel in Nashville, so I'll be able to show you that, give you a little tour of that. It looks really nice. I've gone for a 1-bedroom suite, so it has a little kitchenette with it, because I think for me and Mum, we'd rather make our breakfast and stuff at the hotel rather than going out for breakfast, so a kitchen was really important for us. And then I have put on here, but I don't know if this is going to happen. So 8 o'clock check-in, 9 o'clock go for a drink and food if we fancy it. There will be live music at the stage on Broadway. So we would have been travelling for a long time. The flight's 9 hours, and then it takes obviously all day to get there as well. So whether we'll actually go out on the first evening, I don't know, but it would be nice to just pop out, maybe even if we just went to the shop to get a few supplies for the apartment. That would be good. We'll see what happens, see how we're feeling. We might be absolutely buzzing and be able to pop out for one drink or something, but with how I'm feeling now, I'm not sure. I have been very careful with this itinerary because that's obviously been a bit of a trigger for me in the past, is that I've made so many plans that potentially could be unrealistic, and then it stresses me out if it doesn't go to plan. So I started making this plan when I felt different. So a few things were already planned in, but I've just tried to kind of give each thing enough time. So then day 2 is exploring Nashville. We have a pool at our hotel. There is a picture of it here. So we're going to spend the morning in the pool, because I figured that we're not going to want to wake up the next morning and head straight out. We're going to want a chilled morning, get our bearings, try and get rid of a bit of jet lag, and yeah, chill by the pool. So I've put morning at the pool. So I don't think that's too bad for the itinerary. And then I've booked us at the Hampton Social, which is a rooftop bar restaurant, and they have a happy hour there. So I thought, well, that's good, because America is very expensive, isn't it? If you're from America, maybe it's all relative, but when you come from here to America, America's expensive, especially cities like Nashville. So yeah, when I saw there was someone doing a happy hour, I was like, cool. Then at 8:30, I've booked us to go to the listening room, which is where kind of up and coming country artists play. And we are going to watch, I don't know how to pronounce his name, I feel really bad, but Prior Bade. So bad, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. But anyway, I listened to some of his music and it sounds amazing. Lovely, chilled country. He's got a great voice. So we've got tickets to go and listen to him live. Then the next day, breakfast at the hotel, and then I have booked us a hair appointment. I think we might need to get a taxi there actually, because I feel like it's quite a long walk. So a hair appointment just on the edge of Nashville, this amazing looking hair salon. Well, basically I wanted to book my mum in for one of those Japanese head spas, because she never had one before, and I noticed that they did it there. It's very expensive though, so I just booked mum in for it. And then I thought, well, that was going to be like an hour and a half, I think. So I just booked myself in for a trim, because I've not had my hair cut for, God, I don't know, it must be over a year, 18 months, no, for ages. So I thought, well, I'll just have a little trim up while mum has that. And that'll be a nice morning, relaxed, chilled morning. And then brunch, I booked us brunch at One Kitchen, which is a place in Nashville. Then the Country Music Hall, which you have to go to, I think, if you go to Nashville. And then get ready at the hotel at like 4 o'clock, and then head out for the evening. And I've got no plans, just basically go out shopping and exploring. So if we see something we want to do, we can do it. If we want to just walk around, we can. So it's not too planned. The morning's quite planned there, but then the evening is chilled. So then day 4 is when we wake up. That's the Friday. And again, we'll have breakfast at the hotel. We don't have to check out till 11. So I've put breakfast at the hotel, and then I've put relax by the pool for the first few hours of the day before we check out. Then check out of the hotel. Then we'll get a taxi to the airport, because I just found it easier to actually hire our car from the airport. It's way cheaper as well if we can hire it to the airport and return it to the airport, rather than hire it from Nashville then return it to the airport at the end. That made it way more expensive. So it was actually cheaper just to get a taxi from our hotel back to Nashville airport, pick up the car from there, and then drive to Gatlinburg. So the drive from Nashville to Gatlinburg is actually absolutely fine. 3.5 hours, which is perfect, because it means that we'll be able to drive very slowly, chilled, stop where we want to stop, because that'll be picking up at 11:30, and we can't check into the cabin until 4 o'clock. So actually, perfect. We've got plenty of time to stop. I'm not actually worried about that drive. That's not giving me any sort of worry at all, which is really funny, because obviously when I had that panic attack last time, we were driving, but I think it's because I'm driving. I think the distraction, and that I'll have to really pay attention to driving, you know, in America on the other side of the road and big different roads, and just not know where I'm going. I think that will help me. It's when I try to relax and sit still, and that's when thoughts and feelings overwhelm me. So when it happened to me in America, Ollie was driving and I was just sat as a passenger. So obviously I got overwhelmed. So I'm thinking because I'm driving, it'll be better. Yeah, so then check in to the cabin. There's a little picture of the cabin here, but obviously I'll be able to do a full tour of the cabin on a vlog. I think I'm going to do 2 vlogs. I think I'm going to do a Nashville vlog and then a Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge vlog. So there'll just be 2 holiday vlogs, because I realised that I was going to film and make a video about every day, but I think it would just be too much filming. And then when I get home, I'll have so many video clips to edit that probably will overwhelm me. And then one more piece of information, which I'll just add it in here because why not? I've said about everything else. I have to have a surgical procedure on my teeth when I get back from America, like literally a few days after I get back. And it's just to remove my wisdom teeth. But the thing is, my wisdom teeth never properly grew through. So I had to go and see this consultant, and she had to go through it all with me, and it was all very dramatic, which made me really nervous, because it wasn't just like a normal tooth removal. I had to wait for this specialist. I couldn't just have a normal dentist do it, so that freaked me out. Anyway, I did meet her and she seems really great, but she said that they will be difficult to remove because they're not growing through. So she said she's probably going to have to break them up into little pieces and then remove them. So it's classed as surgery. And then she was telling me also about this nerve that runs through my mouth that runs very close to the tooth. So she had to warn me that there could be nerve damage. I guess she was just telling me about the risks, but it freaked me out. So what I'm trying to say is, when I get back from this trip, I'm going to have that to look forward to. So I don't want to be stressing out about editing loads of footage. So I'm going to try and keep it minimal, but capture all the best bits, but not film every single day. Right, so this is the exciting bit. So we check into the cabin, 4 o'clock, and then, so this is the next very exciting surprise my mum's gonna have. So my younger brother, George, who has been on my channel quite a lot, he is flying out to America as well. Mum does not know. This is a complete surprise. He's flying out, and he is also renting, he's not coming to Nashville, he's also renting a cabin in Smoky Mountains because he wanted to go to Dollywood too with his friend, and they're renting a cabin as well just down the road from us. So the plan is, which is going to be hilarious because she honestly does not even know that he's coming, when we arrive at our cabin, we'll check in and I'll say to her, we're going out for dinner at 7:30, which we are. I've booked this nice restaurant for 7:30, which my brother will be joining us on. But I'm going to tell my mum that this is just a complete lie. Basically that I've spoken to the people who we're renting the cabin from, and I've told them that I've got a YouTube channel. This is literally not happening. I'm making this up to my mum. And I said that I've just asked the people that own the cabins whether I can do a little film of another cabin to show what a different one looks like compared to ours. And I said, and I'll put it on YouTube for them. So I'm going to tell my mum that before we go out for dinner, we've just got to quickly go and vlog this wood cabin for the cabin rental company. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn up at this cabin, and I'm going to say to Mum, oh, Mum, can you knock on the door? Because it would be great if I can just film you going in, and there's a man waiting for us. He's going to show us around. So, you know, it'll all be fine. Just knock on the door. So I'm going to film her knocking on the door, and she'll open it. And then my brother is going to answer the door. How good's that? I'm just so excited because she will be so shocked. Imagine, she'll probably just think it's someone that looks like my brother. But yeah, because she will never, ever be expecting it. I mean, he's back from work. He's literally just got back from work now. But she will not be expecting him to be in America. No way. So yeah, that's the plan. Then we're all going to go out for dinner. So that's that night. I hope this all goes to plan, because I'm going to obviously upload this video. And then if none of this goes to plan, I'll be like, okay, so we didn't do that. Anyway. Right, so then the next day, so we got out for dinner that night. And the next day is actually Saturday and Sunday. So for them 2 days, we are going to be going to Dollywood. We're going to spend 2 days at Dollywood. And I've also put on here to have breakfast at the Log Cabin Pancake House, which is somewhere in Gatlinburg that had really good reviews. So I wanted to try and pop there for breakfast. But most of the time we will just have breakfast in the cabin. It's got a little kitchen. So again, I just find that makes the mornings way more relaxed. Just get up, have your breakfast in the cabin, and then go out and get on with your day. And then the next day, the Monday, is quite busy. So this is when we're going to go and explore Pigeon Forge. And we are going to go to the Alcatraz East Museum, which looks really cool. Then we're going to go to the Titanic Museum, which is a full size. Was it full size? Well, it looks like a huge replica of Titanic on the street, but it's a museum. You can go in it. And yeah, it's supposed to be really, really good. So we're going to go there. And then in the evening, we have the Dolly Parton Stampede show and dinner booked. So this is where you watch a show. I think it's a horse show. They do lots of tricks and things on horses. But then you also have a 4-course dinner as you're watching the show. So we've got that booked. And then Tuesday, again, breakfast at the cabin, but a bit of a later one. Then I have booked us. They've got a new zip line in the Smoky Mountains, which is the longest zip line in America, I think, in the US. Yeah, we're going to do that, that is making me nervous. But I've watched a lot of videos on it, and it looks quite nice. And it's actually really well designed, where you've got a pulley cord on it. So you don't have to go the whole speed. You can actually slow yourself down or speed yourself up. So I thought that was really nice. If mum or me is a little bit nervous, you can go a bit slower down it. But I do think full speed would actually be really fun. And that's what's so weird about my anxiety and panic. I'm not afraid of scary things like that. More than normal mundane things seem to scare the hell out of me. Like flying, people do every single day. Oh, and I forgot to say that the night before that, we're also going to do the Rocky Top Mountain Coaster, which is like a little toboggan run, I think, through the mountains. But you can do it at night. It's all lit up. So we've got that booked for 9 o'clock. In the evening. And then for the rest of the next day, so that we're going to do the zip line, and then there's not really anything booked, but they have Ober Mountain, which you can get a cable car up the mountain and have a look at the views. So we could do that, or just explore. But yeah, the zip line is at 10 or to 10:30, I think it is. And actually it takes about an hour and a half all the way through. So by 12 we'll be done. Then literally from 12 onwards, there's no plans as such. So we'll have the whole afternoon. And the cabin does have a hot tub, so it'll be nice to have the evening with the hot tub. They also have a wine tour that goes on in Gatlinburg, so I did think about we could join that if we prefer to be out, or just sit back at the cabin. And then, so that will be, George will be with us that day. He's coming to Dollywood, and then he's doing the museums with us and the show. And then on Tuesday, he's doing the zip line. And then I think he is then going with his friend to Nashville. So he's kind of doing it the opposite way around to us. So he'll only be with us for 4 days. And then it'll be me and mum again on the Wednesday. And then I've said about doing a hike somewhere so we can try and spot some black bears. And also Dolly's childhood cabin is in the Smoky Mountains. And I have found out where it is by watching various videos on YouTube and Google Earth. I have figured out where her childhood home was. She had a tiny little wooden cabin. I think she's got 10 or 12 brothers and sisters. I think there's 12 of them. I think she's got 10 brothers and sisters and their mum and dad. And they all lived in this tiny wooden cabin when she was a child. So, oh look, I've got a picture of it here actually. There's the little cabin. Anyway, you can drive to the location very near it, but I think she may have bought all the land around it. I don't know, but there's fencing just all around it, so we won't be able to see it, but we'll be able to be very close to it. So that was a nice little drive through the mountains to get to it. So I thought that could be a fun little trip to do, go and explore. And we'll have the car and everything, so we can maybe see bears, but from inside the car, we don't have to get out. And then, yeah, after that, explore Gatlinburg, an early dinner, relax back at the cabin and pack, because that will be our last night. And then the next day, we don't have to fly until 9:30 in the evening, which is really nice because we get the whole day then. So it meant that I didn't have to get an airport at the hotel. I didn't have to get a hotel at the airport. It meant that we can actually spend the whole day somewhere and then just head to the airport in the evening. So we're actually going to go back to Pigeon Forge because it seemed like there was a lot to do there. I mean, I'm just going to say to Mum, she can do up to her whatever she wants to do. But Mum is very, very easygoing. She's quite happy to be led wherever and just enjoy herself. But I will say to her, is there anywhere you want to go back to or look at? Because we pretty much have that whole day. Checkout's at 10 o'clock. And then we need to leave about 3 o'clock to drive to the airport from there. So we get to the airport about 6:30, when we've got to return the car, check in, and then get the flight home. And it's a night flight, so it's at 9:30 at night, and then it arrives back into Heathrow, I think about 11:30 in the morning, and then we have to travel back down to Southampton, and we should hopefully get the 3 o'clock car ferry back home. So we should be home by 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, which is nice. It's not too late. You can kind of get home, unpack, chill, go to bed as normal, hopefully. So yeah, that's the itinerary. What do you think? I can't believe that we are going on this trip. I can't believe it's all come around. It's literally crazy. So yeah, that's the itinerary. I thought I'd go through it with you just to make this video a little bit more positive. And I don't want to apologise for me oversharing earlier, but maybe I should have just sat on here and just gone through the itinerary, and it probably would have cheered me up a little bit. But to be honest, I just was filming a video and that's how I was feeling, so I couldn't really pretend like I was feeling any other way. Now let me set my tripod up and I'll put some music on, nice calming. I'm going to put some nice country music on, get us in the Nashville vibes, and I will pack my suitcase. And keep your fingers crossed for me that all of this fits into my suitcase. I feel like it will. I feel like I'm well trained on this now.
Sundown and salty cheese. It's not a cute look getting kicked out of the bar when you're no longer 19. Still acting like a child, feeling like nobody gets it. I always start these fights, don't hate my guts right now, 'cause I'm still figuring it out. You're the silver lining when I can't seem to find it, when the whole world is against me.
It does do up, it will do up fine. And yeah, that's me all packed. The other thing I do if I'm only travelling to Europe, when you only travel to Europe, you do only get the small under the seat bag, and I do have a little mini wheelie one that I normally use for that. Not that bag though, I'll use an actual wheelie bag. But if I am only taking hand luggage around Europe, then I also bring with me a neck pillow, but an empty one, and I fill it with all of my clothes. And you'd be so surprised how many clothes you can get in the neck pillow. And of course then I can just walk on the plane with the neck pillow on, my little hand luggage bag that goes under the seat in front of me, and I don't need to take up any of the overhead luggage, because in Europe you have to pay extra for the luggage. If I was going somewhere and I really had a lot to pack, and it was stressing me out that I didn't have enough space, I would just pay for extra luggage. But to be honest, every time in the past when I've paid for extra luggage, I've not worn things and they come home and I just think I didn't even need to bring them. And it costs a lot of money, doesn't it, to actually bring your luggage. So yeah, I just find this way a lot more cost effective, and my favourite thing about it is that I don't have to wait for my bag at the airport. I can just get it down from the overhead locker and then head out, and I'm on holiday. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Again, so apologies for how it started, but I feel like it's ended better, and I actually feel so much better for just sitting down, going through it all, talking about how I've been feeling, talking about the itinerary, and it is like lifted a weight off my shoulders. So I definitely feel like talking and sharing helps so much. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Keep an eye out because the next video up will be a travel vlog in Nashville, and also it'll be me surprising mum, so you'll be able to see how she reacts and everything. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Sorry if it's a little bit heavy, but yeah, I hope you've enjoyed seeing everything that I packed, and it's given you some ideas for you to pack lightly. Just really work out what you want. I did also go through my itinerary, and each day I gave myself a vague idea about what I would wear each day, and that's all I've packed. So there's no extra packing. It's basically planned out for each day, and that helps me not to overpack as well. And then just a few extra tops here and there in case I want to change. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.